Hey there, guys and gals, all you hepcats, cool kittens, diesel-powered disciples of cool, friends and foes. Welcome to the Impossibilist podcast with the League of Impossibilists. I am your host, John Pica, the comic book loving, time-traveling prophet of pop culture, the voice of diesel punk, the shaman, the bamboozleist, Big Daddy Cool, Johnny Della Rocca, but you can just call me Johnny. And on the other side of the screen with me is Nash Deakon himself. How you doing, Nash?
Very sleepy. How are you?
Why are you sleepy?
I don't know. I didn't sleep for much of anything last night, so I've been up for a while.
And in glorious black and white is Madam Darque and Deakon and Mar.
Yay! I can't wait to meet Mar.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing pretty well.
All right. Well, I don't see that you guys have headphones on. We're going to hope that we don't get echo.
She does.
Oh, does she? Okay.
We both
I didn't
do.
see him. I didn't see it. I apologize.
Well, the screen's also like this big, too, for most of you guys, so.
All right. So I'm lighting a candle so that it smells good in here. So what's going on, guys? What's going on in your life? The big news is obviously the Satyrs got a new member.
Mm-hmm.
Introduce everyone to Mar.
This is Mar. He's short for Mohila Mar, which means my gallant hero in Gaelic.
And how old
And
is
he's
Mar?
He's 8 weeks old.
And he's still teeny tiny,
Mm-hmm.
about the size of a football. And he will be enormous, probably about 80 pounds when full grown?
Actually, between 65 to 70.
Okay, well, that's one big dog. And Crystal is training Mar so that he can travel with us and join the Impossibilists on missions at events.
It's going to be amazing.
How exciting. And so, guys, I don't know who else is going to be joining us tonight, if anyone. So I'm just going to kind of monitor that as we're going along. It's been a couple of weeks. Well, no, it's been a couple of months now since we've done one of these live remote videos with the group. And, I thought it would be fun to just get us together, and hopefully Doug or Michael joins us, or Stormy or Parker. We'll see. And we'll go from there. And, for the next hour, we'll just share what's going on with us as people and with the League of Impossibilists, bring our fans up to date. The last time we were together as a big group was Gatlinburg.
That's right.
And then Madam Darque and Nash and I went to Dalton, Georgia, to the Holographic Emergency Con. And we just went there to hang out, but Madam Darque sold a bunch of merchandise.
Made some cash.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. But
it was.
We had 12 conventions booked this year. And one by one, they keep getting canceled. And that's really sad, because we're not depending on conventions or events for the League of Impossibilists. We are producing content daily, but it is kind of taken some of the momentum or the excitement away from some of our other members, I think. And so we got to figure out how to get their fire back. So you guys have to help me with that.
Well, with the whole Miskatonic University deal and the possible, card game / board game, etc.
Marcus,
See, I'm gonna
get up.
wheel us into the next scene in this, but I think we can get some people together, honestly, as far as getting their minds going again.
Yeah. So we're producing content on a daily basis. Here's where we are, and I've shared this with the group privately, but now we're sharing it publicly. So you, our fans, can know some of the things that we're working on. We are still planning to attend Nashville Con. We are hosting the cosplay contest. That is assuming that we don't that we get out of phase 2 before that August 22nd date. Even in phase 3, events are limited to 250 people tops. So, I don't know what that really means for them. But if it goes off, we will be hosting the cosplay contest and doing a bunch of our regular panels. We'll have a table to sell merchandise at, and I see Handy has just arrived. Great, fantastic. don't be weird, Deacon. Too late.
The unofficial 12th member of the League of Impossibilists.
Yeah. So that's August 22nd. Now, before that, July 18th, I was planning to go down to Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, but I'm hearing from people that it's really not going to be worth the trip.
Yeah, I heard that a bunch of the guests are either canceling or only like staying for a short while kind of deal. I've heard that some vendors are pulling out too.
Well, and I don't care. I don't care about guests, but if they're not going to have the draw to draw people, then it might be a wasted trip. And a $30 ticket for me to go down and hand out cards as the shaman,
Yeah, and
to nobody.
Yeah, $40-$50 gas. Yeah, it's not fun.
It's probably not an investment I want to make. So more on that. But hey, somebody said, and Facebook user said, that's a cute baby.
I'll be right back. I want to vanish for a moment. So,
and
Ninja
Joe
vanish.
McKeel said howdy. So that's a good segue. One of the cons that we have booked is HoloCon in October, and we are still planning to be there. Now, Joe, I know you got Crystal and Greg and Blake on staff, but we've not talked about what we want to do as a group. I want to do the Miskatonic Cabaret. Magic, music, general creepiness. Either Friday night or Saturday night. I don't care which. And then Blake and Crystal, you guys got to pitch our panels to Joe and let us do like their programming, like we do for every other con we go to. Hello.
Yes, we will.
Facebook user says, hey, Joe, I don't know who that Facebook user is because you did not give StreamYard permission to use your name and photo. Eli Cash says, don't be weird, Deacon. That's my job. Deacon, have you met Eli?
No. How about no?
Crystal has. And she
Yes,
can.
yes, I have.
Madam Darque has, and she can attest that Eli is quite the strange bird. Hey, guys.
Strange is, somebody else's version of normal.
That's right. So, speaking of canceled cons, Superman Celebration back to Metropolis, which was going to be like their mini convention in October, that's been canceled. So
Really?
they are not going forward. HoloCon is still on, as far as we know, right, Joe?
Yes.
And we will be there. And as far as I know at this moment in time, Wrathacon is still scheduled. However, talking to people in Ohio, I think there's a pretty strong chance that that might get canceled as well. So that will leave us Nashville Con in August, HalloCon in October, and the Nashville Horror and Toy Show in November. Mark Ballard's Con and Clarksville Con potentially in December. So Joe McKeel says his fingers are crossed that everything goes on with HalloCon. Of course, Georgia is one of the 3 states now that is kind of under the gun for rising cases. And we'll have to wait and see, right, Joe? I'm going to blame the holographic con on the spiking coronavirus cases in Georgia.
Oh, yes. All 130 people who showed up, including staff.
Well, that was funny because they were expecting about, he said, between 30 and 50. And when we came through the door, it was 125. So that was an amazing success.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing success. Not just for Madame Darque, who sold merchandise, but for the con organizers. So I can't tell what Deakon is doing here because there's skipping and lagging. I just see his mouth opening. I don't know. So Eli Cash says,
he's taking a page out of Mars' book.
Okay. Is he trying to chew the camera?
Yes.
He's chewing something.
And everything else.
Eli Cash says, I got to come up with a new profile picture. Okay, well, then do it. All right, so Joe McKeel says it depends if Dragon happens and Dalton opens back up. So hey, Joe, I can tell you this right now. With 100% certainty, Dragon Con will not happen. Mark it, book
That's
it.
the way it's looking.
Yeah, the prophet has
Dragon.
spoken. Dragon Con.
It might have been Smog.
What?
Derek, Dragon means Dragon Con.
Oh.
Yeah, Dragon Con is...
It won't happen.
It will not happen.
Well, there's the rules that go along with it for a convention that's over 1,000 people.
Yeah.
There is a 21-point checklist that you have to meet at all times, not just when you open,
And that's
when
like
you close.
80,000 people.
Yeah, so it's 8 times that there's supposed to be like temperature checks daily when you come in. There's supposed to be, stations
There's
every
no
70
way.
feet. There's supposed to be, adequate, spacing for events and seating. Like, it won't happen. They will get literally 1 minute into the convention and would have to shut it down.
Well, and that is assuming that all 5 hotels will agree to be a host. And I can guarantee you they won't get 5 hotels to agree.
No.
They might get 1 or 2 to open up for them. But like you said, even if that happens, then that 21 checkpoint list is going to shut them down within the first 5 minutes. And Joe McKeel says Dalton is down to a 50-person max. And Facebook user is Ome Rubio Cordova. Hello, Ome. She is one of our super fans. Hey, Magi Jake, the caretaker, has joined. Hey, hi, my friends. Dealing with COVID sucks. So, Jake, your father was diagnosed with COVID. He tested positive, but his dad says that it's just like having a cold. It's not been bad at all. But what about you, Jake? Did you contract it as well? Are you positive? And if you are, how is it affecting you? Or are you just saying in general dealing with the My Sharona Miley Cyrus is just problematic in that you can't, you might not be able to get out, socialize, go to, Haynes House of Cards in Cincinnati is still closed. One of the greatest magic shops in the country. So, you can't go there. But what do you mean specifically about that, Jake? Inquiring minds want to know. So conventions have kind of been a non-starter all of a sudden. And Magi Jake says, luckily I haven't shown symptoms, but I might have it. We're not sure. Did you not take the test? I thought you went and got the blood test. Joe McKeel says, lost my Fire Stick remote. I'm listening but frantically searching. So he's watching this on TV. That's kind of cool.
On TV.
And Magi Jake says, I've been in my room for 9 days so far. Jake, that's no different every other day for you. You're in your room every day. Listen, I don't know anybody in the world of entertainment, especially in the world of magic, that spends more time practicing and rehearsing and working on his craft than Jake. The dude is a flipping machine.
20 hours a day, 4 hours of sleep. That's Magi Jake.
I don't even think he sleeps that much. I really don't. I know you have to wait 14
They haven't seen the
Wait, you have to wait 14 days to take the test? What? No. No, the minute you are showing symptoms, well, even if you're not showing symptoms, you can go get the test.
Yeah,
You don't have to wait.
Call your local health agency.
It might take 7 to 14 days to get the results back.
No,
yeah.
Not even that. If he does the nose swab, it's 20 minutes. If he goes to the right place. It might be 12 hours. If he does the blood test, then it is 24 to 48 hours. But you don't have to wait 14 days to get the test. Whoever told you that is wrong. So anyway, conventions may be a non-starter for the League of Impossibilists this year.
Yeah.
We're holding out hope. But that's not slowing us down because we're creating a lot of content. And you see the scroll down at the bottom, patreon.com/impossibilists. You can help us create this content. So, Nash, talk about the project that so Magic Jake said he's up till 4 a.m. every night. Yeah, no kidding.
That's what I just told everyone.
Yeah. Listen, I am getting notifications that Magi Jake has started a watch party at all hours of the night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go to bed.
You should see the watches.
Eli Cash says, hey, I got to go. I'll see you about getting a ticket for your show. Hey, Eli, no tickets required. There's no cover. So what he's talking about is this Wednesday night, I am doing my first live magic performance since March 13th. Solo show, just me and on stage, 6 feet away from the audience. No audience participation, a lot of audience interaction. But I'll be performing my magic act as Big Daddy Cool at Sweeney Swift's on the Square in Gallatin this coming Wednesday night at 7 p.m. No cover. And I will be asking for tips. I will pass the collection plate among the congregation. And remember, we give unto those who give unto us.
He just wants a tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
I hate you so much right now. So,
and Magi Jake
says, if we cancel, it is because we didn't try. Well, no, if you cancel, it's because you were left with no choice by the state and city in Dalton, Georgia.
Yeah, and you'll own up to that fact.
Yes, you won't say, "Oh, we're canceling to protect because we care," and use it as an excuse when I'm not saying some conventions did that, but some conventions did that. They used COVID as an excuse to use their golden parachute to get out of massive debt or to avoid massive debt, and they're literally doing this right now, Blake. COVID-19 saved our bacon.
That's a good T-shirt. Magi, you misspelled John Pica. Johnpyka. Tee.
He wants to be as good as Dan Sperry. Dan Sperry is a good role model for the caretaker, but so is the shaman.
Especially now that he's a shaman.
Yes. And Eli's thinking about bringing some familiar friends. I don't know what that means,
I'm almost
Eli, but
afraid.
I would love to see you Wednesday night. And just so that you know, Swaney Swifts has taken the Tennessee Pledge. They have rearranged the furniture in the restaurant so that everyone is 6 feet away. All of the staff are wearing masks. You will be required to wear a mask to enter, but while you're eating, you can take the mask off.
But John, the
And
best part about it,
yes,
free pickles when you buy an entree.
that's right. Free fried pickles. And Swaney Swifts claims to be the originator of fried pickles in Tennessee.
So the
The
pickle friendly.
original place. I don't know that that's true, but they're
We're gonna do
damn
some.
good.
They are good.
They are really good.
The pickled.
Yeah, so Magi Jake says, yeah, I like both of you equally, but I like the dark stuff Dan does. See, he's not seen the Haunted Magic show, so that's okay. There's more of that to come. Dan does more gross stuff. Well, although, wait a minute. A lot of people are freaked out by my razor blade eating routine, and more people, I'm hearing from more and more people that their favorite piece of mine is the wolf trap. And that piece freaks people out. Would you agree?
Did me the first time.
The first time it freaked me out.
Got me excited.
Yeah. And I was surprised that lately I keep hearing that that's their favorite routine. But I put a lot of work into it, so that makes me happy. But all right, so we'll get to more comments in just a little bit. But I want Blake to take the lead here for a minute because, one of the things that we're working on during shutdowns and lockdowns and phases and rollbacks is continuing to pump out new content. And, because I'm, even though I'm the creative director, I'm the creator of the Decoverse and the League of Impossibilists, Madam Darque and Deakon and Nash Declan have a lot, and the other members have a lot of creative input. And one of the things that I just kind of handed over to Nash and said, make it happen, dude, is a board game or / card game based on the characters from the Decoverse. So, Nash, talk more about that. What you guys are thinking and what you're working on and the direction you're going.
Currently not thinking. It's very early. I'm just saying. Hold on, I may have a share screen for you here in just one moment.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds. I wasn't prepped for this. Desktop.
Well, while he's doing that, let me show you something that I got doing some retail therapy yesterday. Does anyone recognize this character?
Ooh, nice.
You're frozen up, John.
A very nice MMA warrior.
No, that is Cara Dune from The Mandalorian.
Yeah, isn't that Carano?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she was an
she's
MMA
gonna
fighter.
go-
She was an MMA fighter.
Yes, that's right.
Okay,
So
I said
she was on
MMA
American Gladiators too.
as well. Yeah.
So she's going to go right here with my Star Wars Black collection. I also picked up this awesome book. This is the Super Friends comic omnibus, Volume 1, hardcover edition, digitally remastered reprints of the original comic series, which I loved as a kid. I loved the cartoon series, but actually the comic series was better than the cartoon series.
Really?
Yes. And this introduced us. This series was the first time we met Jan and Zaina, the Zan and Jaina, rather, the Wonder Twins. And in the comic series, Zayna was not relegated to just turning into something water-based. He could transform
Really?
into any elemental type thing. So wind,
Very
water,
cool.
earth. Yeah, there's one panel where he turns into a tornado. And so he
Oh,
was
my
much more.
dog.
What's that?
Oh, he turned into my dog.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, I have
great
7 of them here.
series, and I got it for $20 off retail at Comic City 2. It
Ooh.
normally retails for $70, and I got it for 50.
Mhm.
That's
So
a pretty big omnibus.
Wow.
yeah, it's great. I'm so excited about that. All right, Blake, did you find your screenshot?
Mhm. No,
All right.
it's an active screen, but we can go with it.
All right. Do I need to pop it up there?
I don't have the ability to, so yes.
Okay, how do I do that?
You're using the fancy new app that is
Yeah.
superior to the actual PC connectivity.
All
That's
right.
Johnny.
So hold on. So let me see here.
We'll do it live.
Solo layout for Nash. And
No.
then you should be able to put whatever you want up on your screen.
It doesn't work that way. I can't drag it.
What do you mean
Sorry.
it doesn't work that way?
No, I can't. It's literally
doesn't?
just me.
Okay.
It's my share screen. You have to bring it into the show.
Well, I can't. I don't know how to do that.
Then we have a problem, Houston. But okay,
I don't know how to do that on the mobile app. I've never done it even on the laptop app.
All right. Well, let me paint a picture for you, or as Dan Rydell says, laid out for you in a nutshell from Sports Night. Do you like Magic the Gathering and or Yu-Gi-Oh? Yay, me too. I enjoy those games as well. I would like to present to you game with LOI, integrity, and values, maybe built in the Decoverse. That's all I have so far. It looks like a Magic the Gathering card with me on it and like some like skill points and stuff. So that's my doing. Doug Aller has jumped on board to make his own version of Chutes and Ladders with like the thin, like double-sided thick cardboard characters. And it's going to be like a dungeon crawling Chutes and Ladders kind of thing. Other than that,
goats and villains.
Other than that, I don't know at this point. Like, I don't really have a lot to discuss. I literally have one card. And
there will be more.
There needs to be like 600. So
Yeah,
I'm almost there.
We have to have a working prototype. And once we have working prototypes of these 2 different games, I didn't realize there were 2 different ones in development. But once we have working prototypes, then we'll do a Kickstarter campaign to fund them and mass produce them.
There's also one that's like Guess Who, but we can't use Guess Who as the name because, of course, copyright and everything. So it's probably going to be Who Dat and question mark. Just saying. Hey, if it's good enough for Five Below, it's good enough for me. So, it's going to be Who Dat Decoverse edition. And we got to make the trays are like going to have to be sideways instead of like flat on a plane. And then you just kind of pull the little door shut or something. So, it's mostly going to be cardboard the first time around. Then I might have some 3D printed stuff from Prometheus. But other than that, yeah.
30?
I
You just
don't
said the
know
magic
what's
word.
happening. I don't know what's happening with Deakon and Darque.
There's no telling.
That's the beauty of it.
Dark Deacon.
Who That's trademark, Joe? Uh-oh, I'm in trouble then. Joe just said it's actually trademarked for Who Dat.
So Joe said click add to screen for that thing. I don't have that function on the iPhone app.
Well, how did you get me in or them or
Well,
Anybody.
because you add, I have guests, and then I click on. Oh wait, here you go. Hold on.
Oh, look at
Capture
that.
screen,
Look at
and
that.
then
Yep, it's full screen right now, so we're okay.
Hey,
Is it okay? How'd that happen? How did I do that?
I don't know, but you
Okay,
just
so
did
that's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
So this will be kind
it
of
works.
like
That's all
the
we. That's all
layout
we know.
for the
Yeah, general layout for the
card
cards.
game.
Like it's just very rough right now. So
And so that brings us to July 19th. We have a photo shoot with Little Duck Photography.
indeed.
And it's a green screen studio, and it's to do this kind of stuff so that we have, professional grade, studio grade, photo reference images to use for promotion and for, for
I'll fix it.
everything else.
Yep.
So that is important, members, that you show up because,
As many as we can get.
Yep. All right, so I got that. Who dat is trademarked. All right, so that's one thing that we're working on. The other thing that we're working on, and you guys have seen the first 5 installments now, the first chapter. Well, no, you've only seen it if you're a patron on Patreon.com. Is the Further Adventures of the League Impossibilists, the comic series, the web comic series, and you can see it if you become a patron. And patron levels only start at $2. Now, we're going to be releasing it that way incrementally over the next several months. And then by the end of this year, once the whole thing is done, we are going to publish it in print with my publisher, Seventh Star Press, who is publishing Tales of the Decoverse. And so by the time the comic is finished, volumes 1, 2, and 3 will all be out. And so volume 4 will probably be the comic series. Or the first comic story. Eli Cash, who had to run, he is working on another one that will be another volume in the Decoverse series. So we're pumping that stuff out almost daily. Now, you have to be a patron to see the actual comic story, but I'm posting the character bios publicly almost daily. And some of the characters you've met before, some you haven't. Deakon is on the list to have his character bio, his handbook page published next.
I got to get you mine here soon.
Yeah, I need to get Nash's bullet points. And Madam Darque, I've pretty much written yours. I'll just send it to you for you to approve or tweak.
Did you send me the outline?
No, because the outline is on a disc at my office down in Germantown. And so I won't have access to it until tomorrow. I decided I wasn't going to do any work on 4th of July weekend.
I don't blame you.
So that's some exciting stuff coming. Then Parker Brown and I was hoping Parker, Doc Impossible himself, would join us to talk about the TV series. So we've got a YouTube channel. And because we haven't had events, we've not been able to put out a lot of content on YouTube. This will be part of our YouTube channel. But, the YouTube channel started as us doing recaps of our quote-unquote event missions. And we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to do the, world timeline news with Ruby Daring. As a matter of fact, I'm writing scripts right now for her to pre-film because she won't leave her house right now. She's afraid of COVID, and so she's staying at home. And so we're going to be doing some more interview scripts with her. We're going to be, once we get back to doing events, we'll be doing more videos at events. We've got a video that I think I'm going to I'm going to have Andy re-edit the one that we shot at the castle. Instead of using sound, I think we're going to do a voiceover narration because there's so much wind on that video that you can't hear any of the dialogue. And he's not able to take the time and really doesn't have the equipment to take the wind sound out and leave the spoken audio. So I think we'll do a voiceover with music like we did on the Big Daddy Cool Origin. And there's also a Nash Declan Origin video coming.
Eventually,
How's that coming, Nash?
I barely had the videos converted because you know how Apple has its proprietary video formats that Windows can't use. So yeah, I just now got the videos converted the other day.
Okay.
So,
I've never had any problem using the Apple videos on my PC.
I don't know. It like my movie maker deal doesn't like it.
Oh,
like,
Movie Maker.
Oh no,
that's why.
No, I'm using DaVinci, and DaVinci hated it.
Oh, I don't know anything about DaVinci.
So,
but Adobe it deals with it okay, but that's a little bit more expensive on the high end.
Yeah,
and that's why I told you to have. That's why I told you to have Andy or Parker help you with it. But
no, I'm probably gonna ask him eventually.
Yeah. So we got some more videos in the hopper, but you know, we were hoping and talking about doing a series, like a narrative sitcom series, and the only problem with doing that is all of us, the four of us even, have such incredibly difficult schedules to coordinate to film a 22 episode sitcom series for YouTube is going to be, quite honestly, nearly impossible. Because you can't do that just on the weekends. We are the Impossible. So here's the solution that we came up with, me and Parker. So you guys remember back when there was this group called the Supervillain Summit, and they were going to do. Yeah, they were going to do a weekly series that was going to be 7-minute episodes, sitcom style, and we had all kinds of fun ideas they had all kinds of fun ideas for that. Well, so Parker and I, we talked about that idea. So here's what's going to happen. We're gonna do a series that is set at Miskatonic University, and a group of our apprentices, League of Impossible apprentices that attend the university, going through training. It will be set in their apartment, and it will basically be like Seinfeld meets What We Do in the Shadows. Single set in their apartment or dorm room. A show pretty much about nothing, but with superpowers. And we're creating 4 brand new characters for the series, and we are going to make cameo appearances, like, oh my God, the shaman is going to come visit us today. We got to clean up. Or, Madame Darque's really pissed. She's got, she's bringing her pet with her, and, there's hell to pay. That kind of thing.
Can I break in like that one guy?
Yeah, you can. So here's the characters that I have kind of in my head. A demoness that is seeking redemption, trying to walk on the side of the good. And I think there's some great story potential with Madame Darque showing up to tutor her in one episode. There will be a Lakota Indian princess who has the power of the Thunderbird, with wings and lightning and the whole 9 yards. Of course, we're going to be really special effect light. So she might not ever actually appear with the wings, just talk about the, I don't know what we'll do on.
Or maybe that's like the final exam or something.
So. Yeah. Then we will have a werewolf who is wheelchair bound except when he's in his wolf form. And so that creates all kinds of problems, for him. And, for him to like truly embrace and live life to his best life, he's got to be in wolf form, and that could be a problem for him. So, and then a psychic ninja whose powers only work when he's naked. So the naked ninja.
I guess that's gonna be. I'm tutoring that one, huh?
And Madame Darque is officially on the floor with the naked ninja. I take it you approve.
Yes. Applause. Yes. Yes.
What?
And you know
Something I
there's
need to
gonna
know?
you know there's going to be at least one time he's going to say the line, "That's not my sword."
Madam Clark can say, "That's not your sword." That's what she said.
So 22 episodes, 7 minutes each. Parker and another comedy writer friend of his are going to write the episodes, and they're gonna help recruit the actors. And basically, they'll be filming it like at 1 or 2 in the morning when college students are up anyway, and when when the old people are asleep.
Not me.
I know that's
I'm
when
up
you're
at
getting
2.
up to go to work, but you're not up to go do a video shoot or a film shoot.
But that's my horn.
Oh, we could always arrange that.
Yes, we can. Well, we will. We will. But I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to film 22 episodes at 2 in the morning. And quite honestly, I don't want to coordinate all of our schedules.
And it'd be like a early Sunday morning.
Yeah. We could do it over the course of 2 days, the core group, but that's a lot. And guys, I'd rather let the kids do all the heavy lifting.
Oh yeah.
So that will be a narrative weekly thing for the YouTube channel. So, and then you know what else Doug Aller wants to do? And I wish he was with us. I love this idea. Wait, and clip, "Good night, everybody" plays.
No,
What does that mean?
It's a thing for his show, the Animaniacs. Like, "Good night, everybody." Like when something lewd or weird is said. It's a thing on his show that pops up from time to time.
Okay.
I'm usually a guest star over there.
Up.
Yeah. So Doug Aller, I wish he had joined us. He wants to do color forms. Do you guys remember color forms?
I do. They still make them.
Yeah.
Limitedly,
Do
but they
they?
still. Yeah. The last ones I saw were
Right.
Minions and Jurassic World.
Really?
Right.
I love this idea.
They're not super expensive either. I was thinking about buying just some like random ones and playing with them just to have nostalgia's sake. So
I loved color forms when I was a kid.
well, Johnny,
I probably had 20 sets of them.
You get to love them again because you're getting Dick Tracy by the end of this
I know.
week.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Don't look up the price of it, please. You'll feel bad.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Nash?
Nah, I got a good deal in charity.
He's pulling a me.
But don't.
Yes, I know.
But don't look up the price of the mint and box ones. Otherwise, I got a good deal in the charity one.
All right. Hey, so we're pumping out the weekly comic series. I wanted to show you guys something. This is an old comic book that I did. This was actually published for a record label called Audio X Records, and we created an Audio X, the character Audio X, who fought against this character. He was a rock star, a music rock star, Damian
Oh,
Lovelace,
hey.
and he had the power to control people with his music. And so he gets this big concert gathered together, and he's going to mind control everybody. But he turns into this creature. Can you see this?
That is interesting.
It's frozen again.
I
At
can
least
see.
for us.
That's pretty
Yeah,
crucial.
it's because you guys have really bad internet reception where you're at. But
We live
this
in the country.
this demon, and I'm going to incorporate these pages into some of the stuff that we're doing now, because I think Audio X is going to make an appearance as part of the Decoverse. And then you guys will love this. Oh, here's a page with Audio X. I've got another portfolio somewhere with the original cover art, and I'll find that. But I'm going to Oh, here it is. Here's the original cover art, right here. So,
all right.
And didn't you bring it in to get scanned the other day?
I did. I got it scanned the other day, so I've got it in digital form to manipulate again, and so we'll be doing that. But here's what I had scanned also this week, and this is a character I created 30 years ago, and believe it or not, I was really into Western, like American West iconography, and I was an Old West like nut. So I'm going to hold this up to the camera, frame by frame. You see the city, the town streets, deserted.
That looks good for a duel.
Then, then our hero starts walking down the street. He confronts the Johnson brothers, and we flash to this splash page of Daniel
Johnson.
Greathouse,
Yeah.
the White Sioux. He was raised by Sioux Indians, and here it will, along this side, it will say Fury of the White Sioux. That's the name of the story. And page 3, again, and I don't even know if I'm going to put the dialogue in here. I know what the dialogue is, but I was talking to a comic book friend of mine, and he was like, I don't think I'd put any of the dialogue in because I understand the story just from the frames. The Johnson brothers
There you
are not too happy. Oh, I need to fill in the oh, I'll have to rescan this maybe. And whatever, they're like, ha, 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 and he either doesn't respond or says something, and then they're like, what? I don't like that.
I got to ask an important question. What are the Johnson brothers' first names?
Steve, Steve Creek, and the other, it's their nicknames are Horse and Creek. And the third one is actually not one of the Johnson brothers. He is their associate, and he is a Mexican Indian that they just call Shay.
All right.
So, anyway, and then they draw down. Great House responds, and you see between the boots, they don't last.
Wow.
So, yeah, I just realized I didn't fill in the lines on this couple of these boxes, so I'll have to do that and rescan them. Dang it. Anyway, but I'm gonna put those out on our Patreon page because he is a character from the Old West of our Decoverse. So, I hope people are seeing that this is more than just, the core characters that we've created. This Decoverse is massive. And, there's a film studio that is interested in doing a movie. They've already talked to the publisher about securing the rights, and just all kinds of fun stuff is going to be coming from this. All right. Nash dropped.
I'm back.
There he is.
Nash, you got like a mist on your camera.
Probably.
It's like a halo. Oh, let's clean it off with our thumb.
Ask.
Yeah, there we go.
It's better. Kind of.
Nah.
Not really.
I don't care.
What have you been doing with the camera?
What's that?
What's he been doing with that camera?
I'll do it again.
That's what I got.
All right. So what's up?
What am I missing? What am I forgetting? What questions do you guys have? Is there anything I've not been clear about over the last couple of days?
I'm good.
No, I'm good. Like, make game. That's what you told me.
Well, it was your. So here's the thing with the League of Impossibilists, because there is, this creative freedom. If someone says, "Hey, we should do this," I'm going to say, "That's your project."
It will be.
22 episodes at 7 minutes each is 154 minutes of content. That's right, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good for a feature film.
Yeah. So okay.
And it's 7 minutes a piece. Like,
Math.
it's not overwhelming.
No.
That
And the great thing about it is Parker can film it and direct it and edit it all on his own.
Yeah, and knowing him, it'll probably be done in a day or two after he'd shoot. So
hopefully, yeah. So we're gonna sit. Hopefully, he and I are gonna sit down this week and iron out all the rest of the details.
Either one or two cameras kind of deal. Like, it'd be easy.
Yeah, and he can use it for his school project as for credit. So
Yeah.
that'll be great. That'll be fun. Madam Darque, what other stuff are you working on? Anything new jewelry wise or writing wise, or what's going on in your world?
I'm very glad you asked. I just put in an order for some brand new brass components from the Art Deco era.
Okay.
We're going to make some fantastic stuff you've never seen before.
Yeah.
That's a nice tease.
She's half her stuff is all original,
That's right.
so no one's ever seen it.
Okay, I'll give you that. But yeah, I've got some fantastic new stuff planned.
And hopefully,
In addition to getting up in the middle of the night.
Let me ask you guys while we're all together. So yesterday I went out to the farmers market at Indian Lake in Hendersonville, and a lot of vendors were there, and a lot of different kind of vendors. There was a jewelry vendor there, Madam Darque, a homemade, doing the similar kind of stuff that you're doing. And I talked to the organizer. What would you guys think about us going out there and setting up a tent and selling books and jewelry and doing it in character?
That could be fun. What was the population like when you were there?
What do you mean?
Were there 3 people or 33
the,
people?
No. There was
Or
about
6
100 people there.
Okay.
I was there for 30, maybe 25, 30 minutes. There was maybe 100 people there. Yeah, it's grown substantially. It's very, very, very cool. And, since they have the guy there selling the gutter guards, I told her, I said, hey, here's what I do. and we can do vendortainment in the tent, sell books, and I can perform magic and bring something completely different.
And I can make a spectacle of myself.
That shouldn't be hard.
That's what she said.
Ride the weregoat.
No. Not for the family-friendly event, Deacon.
Just grab a hold of my horns and
No. We're attracting families, not making families.
Are we good?
Oh, you reprobate.
I know. We're all going to hell, aren't we?
I've already been there.
Well, when you get there, look me up.
Oh, yeah, that's
Or
right.
actually look up at me. I'm the one on the throne.
Greg says, I've already been there. That he was married to someone before Crystal.
Until he finally grew some taste.
Some what?
I had to water it.
Some taste.
Oh, some taste. Yes, that's what I hear. I hear she's rather grizzly.
Well, one of them did kind of look like a bear.
So speaking of kind of enemies and evil for the League of Impossibles, so I started writing Volume 4, and the first group of villains. But we're going to introduce the Supreme Cultists and the King in Yellow and all of that in Volume 4. But before we get to that, the first group of villains we face are a team called the Collective. That includes Captain Cro-Mag. He's a Cro-Magnon cosplayer who thinks he's Captain America, but his knuckles drag on the ground. We've got the Marshmallow Man, who dresses in a iconic jumpsuit, but he's as round as he is a marshmallow. And then we'll have Crazy Bitch, who else? We will have and the androgynous leader. What am I going to call her? The androgynous leader.
I think that works.
Let's call her the androgynous leader. Well, and I say her. No one's really sure because it's androgynous.
They.
Well, it could kind of be on the level of Battlestar Galactica's Imperious leader.
Oh, okay.
Androgynous leader.
Yeah. And what was one of the other characters? The
pig nose.
Angry feminazi.
As opposed to friendly feminazi.
So those are the characters in the Collective.
I'm offended.
Well, I'm glad the character I'm trying to develop is not part of the Collective then.
Well, no, why would it be?
No, the evil one. I have an idea for a doctor character that takes like medical equipment and makes it sentient, and kind of like, in the Transformers movie when the toaster transforms and all that stuff.
You know what you need to watch is a horrible movie, but you'll be inspired, Blake. It's a movie called Frankenstein's Army.
Okay. I'll look it up.
It's horrible.
But yeah, it's like basically like that. I got to get like a no face mask so I can wear it, and then I already have the lab coat. I'm going to buy some scrubs and make an ID badge and all that fun stuff. But basically, I have prescriptions for destruction, and I fill out a prescription, slap it on a piece of machinery, and it's magic or something.
Do you have syringes?
I can get them easy, yeah.
I think you need like big giant ones.
Yeah, like the comical size one, like the.
Not that big.
Oh.
But like stick of dynamite size.
Like for horses and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I can order those online easy, and I can get Prometheus to print me a giant 3D needle that would fit in there. So.
Yeah, that could be fun. So, you know, talking about movies, a lot of people ask me, you know, kind of what our concept is, because it is a mashup of different eras and different styles. But to really understand the foundation of what we're doing as the League of Impossibilists, I think there are a couple of movies people could watch. Dark City, Sucker Punch, even the movie The Mystery Men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at
like dark,
kind of the stuff that informed the concept to begin with.
Kind of like Dark Man for me.
Yeah, Dark Man, Blade Runner.
We can even throw in the original Crow, because that's kind of that gritty, like the kind of like the zone where I come from. It's kind of it's the Crow-esque.
But you know, for me, it was all inspired by The Rocketeer and Dick Tracy and The Phantom, and those are some great movies to watch. Mortal Engines is a good one to watch for kind of mashup, and a movie that I had not seen until recently is Priest. Have you guys seen that?
Mm-mm.
With
the wife has.
Yeah, with Paul Bettany, and
I'm a priest.
It is a
Priest?
Blake, you would like it. Yeah, Priest is this.
I've watched it.
Yeah, I just saw it for the first time last weekend. It's a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk world, Blake, where supernaturally powered priests battle vampires from another dimension. It's fantabulous. It's phenomenal. Fantastic.
Oh, somewhere. I've still got pictures of the costume I did the year the movie came.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Check it out.
So those are some good movie resources. And then, you know, comic book resources that I draw inspiration from when I'm writing and creating. Moonshine, Bitterroot, a book called Turf, Masks and Mobsters, and Wild Blue Yonder, Half Past Danger. These are all great comic book resources to get a feeling for the roots of the Decoverse and the League of Impossibilists.
No.
So, anything else you guys want to talk about tonight?
I'm kind of at a loss. I wasn't really prepared for tonight. Sorry.
Why do you apologize? Stop apologizing.
Okay, I'm not sorry. Sometimes I say I'm sorry and I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Yeah. You guys know my motto. Never apologize. Listen, I will never apologize for my creativity. All right. Well, Nash DeClan is slowly fading. Seems like he wants to go to bed. Go get some nights.
Nah, I can't get nights till like 1, 2 a.m. where I'll sleep and get up at a weird time. So I'm up for a bit.
You know, maybe you need to take melatonin.
I'm afraid I'd sleep through alarms if I dose myself with anything. Just
and I know that Madame Darque has to be up at 2:00 in the morning to go to work.
Not tomorrow.
No? Taking the day off?
But Deacon does. No, she's off. She's
Yeah,
got a 4-day weekend.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I both have to go to work tomorrow, and I have to coordinate with the hospital with my dad and talk to the caseworker to sign new papers giving me power of attorney in
So,
Tennessee. I have
how-
durable power of attorney in Ohio, but not Tennessee.
Gotcha.
So,
how is Papa Senior?
not
Yes.
good. He's not good. He's definitely. I don't know. I called my brother today and told him that if he wants to see his father, this might be the time he needs to do it.
In the best shape that he can be at this point, yeah.
Yeah, because he could go into assisted living, which he is going to. We're moving him into assisted living, so I get to deal with that tomorrow in that whole process. So he will go from the hospital to a nursing home, and then from the nursing home to an assisted living facility. But he might live another 10 years, in assisted living, or, he might die in the next 3 days. It's, that kind of place. He's 85 years old, and, he's seeing people that aren't there. He's seeing my mom and, talking to her. So, who knows? So guys, fans watching, if there's not as much new content being published this week, that's why. It's because I've got other things I got to deal with. So I hope you'll all excuse, some delays and some lulls. All right, guys. Well, that's it. We are a little bit over an hour, so I don't want to take up any more time. And I can see that Mar is getting very, very restless, and
A little bit.
probably needs to go outside. Mar?
I just took him out.
Oh, did you? But Deacon probably has to go.
He's
outside.
just wired.
All right, he can go raise your leg on the fence post.
Oh, he'll do it too.
He would. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, let's sign out. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you.
And share the rebroadcast. And until the next time, we'll catch you on the flip side. Say it with me. You're welcome.
You're welcome.